Alright, Mr. QR, this is the review for the 9 weeks test. I'm going to be doing this. So we have that rule of thumb with the, we have that, remember that question where we have the rule of thumb of 2.5 square feet per person. And so we're going to go ahead and use that information and figure out how many people can be on the sidewalk for 1 mile. Okay, so we have that, and remember we have 2, and it's 10 feet deep or even 5 feet deep, whatever we say, so it'd be 10 and 10. And so remember, 1 mile, there's 5,280 feet. And that's what we're going to be using here. Forgot my calculator, so I can go ahead and work this out real fast. And I'm going to be doing this ad hoc, so let's see what happens with this. Alright. So let's see. So we have, so to do this, we have to get the area of this. So it's 5,280 feet times 10 feet. Also multiply that by 2 because we have both of these sides. Once you have both of these sides, this will be right here. So this is for side 1, side 2. And so you have 5,280 feet times 10 times 2. That's going to be that number. So that's 105600. You're going to divide that by 2.5 and you'll find out how many people will be in this. So divide that by 2.5, 42,240 people. So it depends on how many miles we're estimating, how, and all that good fun stuff, how deep the thing is. Because you can say 10, you can say 15, all that good fun stuff. Alright, so we also have something with license plates. So in this particular example, if you have like a license plate, like let me see, 0A, 0A, and then 00. Okay, so we have this license plate. We have 34. So we have 34 here. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go by the rules that we have here. The restriction is no vowels. So we have to have a letter right here in this particular thing. So no vowels. So there's 26 letters, 5 vowels, and then we're gonna go ahead and just subtract that. So 21 letters we can choose from. So for the first one, we can choose 21 different letters. Then the numbers can be from 0 to 9. So this right here, since we're saying 0 to 9, that's actually 10 numbers right there, so it's 10. And we just multiply it through. So this is also 21 times 10 times 21 times 10 times 10. And you just go ahead and multiply. So it's 21 times 10 times 21 times 10 times 21 times 10 times 10. And that's this right here, 9261000. And so that's how many combinations it can have. So it depends on how many letters we have and all that good stuff. Alright, that's on to the next one. Now, let's see, we have this right here, text, let's see, first class envelope. The first class envelope can be from 1.3 to 2.5. So this is really easy to do. You always take the longer side divided by the shorter side, so whatever that is. So kind of an example would be something like, let's see, 5.75 by 8.75. So go ahead and divide them. 8.75 divided by 5.75. Hopefully I don't give you the answer. So this is 1.52. That means it can be mailed. So, but the only thing about this is the fact that we're looking for whether we can. We're looking for a letter that cannot be nailed. So that's the one on this one. Okay, so another one we have right here is when we have the screens and we have the ratio that it's been given to us, 16 to 9 ratio. So we're going to be looking for a set that has a diagonal of well, let's just say at 52 inches right here. We're going to find out what the height is. We can also find out what the width is. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. So the thing about this right here would be, this would be 16 to 9 right here. The diagonal on this, well, let me see, that's 16 squared plus 9 squared. That's 337. Take the square root of that. Whoops, wrong button. Take the square root of that answer. That gives us 18.4. Alright, so now you just go ahead and set it up. So 18.42, let's see, 18.42, I guess 9, because these two go together, so that's equal to 52 to h, and just solve for h. So 9 times 52 divided by 18.4. That comes out to be 25.43. And we can do that to find our width too. We just need to go ahead and change this to W and this to 16. And that's about it. That's about it for that one. Tires. We have a tire question. So let's see. On the tire question, we have a 285/75R16. Whoops. Okay, the 285 is the tire width of the tire. This right here is the ratio, and this right here is the rim diameter. So basically you do this. 285, and you're going to multiply that by 0.75 and divide that by 25.4, because there's 25.4 millimeters per inch. So 285 times 0.75 divided by 25.4, that's 8.4 inches. And so now to get the diameter of the tire, we're going to go ahead and take 8.4, multiply that by 2, because there's one on the top and the one on the bottom. Remember, there's one right here. Remember the donut, one right there and right there. That's where the 8.4, and then we have the rim diameter right there, plus 16. So now 8.4 times 2 plus 16, that's going to be 32.8. Then we're going to multiply that number by pi. And that's 103.04 inches, and that is our diameter. Okay, and then we're done with that. Alright, now we're going to go on to the next one. Sorry I'm taking so long. Okay, get that. Then we have, let me see, grading systems. Remember, you have like test average, TA, which is going to be like 25%. Final exam, that's like 25% also. We also have quiz, which would be 40%, and then homework, 10%. Alright, so we have that right there. So say for instance you have a bunch of grades for a student. So let me see, student has like a 70 and for the test averages. Finally, he scored a 70 miraculously. On his quiz he has a 60, and then on the homeworks he hasn't been doing any homework, so he got a 50. So we want to find out what his grade is. So let's see. Multiply by 0.25. Multiply that by 2.25, and then multiply this by 0.40, and then finally 0.10. I've had students like this. Okay, so 70, and then you add everything. So let's see, 70 times 0.25 plus 70 times 0.25 plus 60 times 0.40 plus 50 times 0.10, which is 5 points. And this student has a grand total of 64. So he's going to get a 64 on his 9 weeks grade. Mom's going to be really nice and pissed off about it, and will probably, I don't know. I don't know what parents do nowadays. Okay, so let's see. Next one. So you also have to find out what he would need. So let me go back to this. Say, for instance, this same student is like saying, but Mr. Lee, I need to find out what I need on the final to go ahead and pass your class with at least a 70. Alright, so that's where we change that. For the final grade to X. We don't need this right here. We know that it's going to be X times 0.25 X. And that's going to be plus something. So now we just take everything. The miracle of these calculators is that I can do that. I can actually hit second enter, and that brings that. So 46.5 greater than or equal to 70. And then we have the fact that we're going to go ahead and solve this. Subtract 46.5 from both sides. And then we go ahead and have this. So 70 minus 46.5 gives us 23.5 greater than or equal to 0.25x. Divide both sides by 0.25. So let's see, divided by 0.25. And that's when we have to tell the student that he needs to score at least a 94 to be able to pass this class with a 70. And that's when the student either really buckles up, studies, or says, okay, I'll try my best, and doesn't. Or something like that. I don't know. It depends on the student. I've had students that were able to go ahead and do that. Another type of question that's going to be on there is like the ovens. So we have oven, let me see, gate 1 is open 30% of the time. Gate 2 is open 40% of the time. And they're both open at, 10%. Let's just go ahead and say that. So now we have our Venn diagram. So always start with the rectangle. If you don't start with the rectangle, I don't know what you're going to have. You have two circles, G1, G2. This is 30. Okay, so this one's going to have 30 right here. This one's going to have 40 over here. And 10 is going to be right in the middle. So we're done with that. Now, just remember, this one has to have the sum of 10 plus whatever's over here to make 30. So that's 20. So 10 plus whatever to get 40 would be 30. These two go away. Add the numbers that are left over that are there. So let's see, 20 plus 10 plus 30. That gives me 50. That means 50% of the time they're not open. Okay. And so other questions that will be asked: what's the probability that both of them will be closed? In this case, it'll be 50. What's the probability that both of them will be open? 10. What's the probability that either one is open? So that'd be a total of 50. And all that good fun stuff. Alright, so there we go. Another Venn diagram that we're going to have to interpret. Oops, I'm not even drawing that nicely. Something like 500 over here, or 50. Let's just make this easier on myself. 50. Let's see, this is going to have 30. And this one has to be greater than 40. So total number of students in here. So this is lunch A, this is the B. So we have 50 and 30. So let's see, that's 80 plus another 40 would be 120. So that's the total. Then we have also, if we want to do any probabilities, remember you just take the probabilities that you're looking for, divide them by 120. Or if it says, okay, probability of a student having lunch A given that they have lunch B. So we're only looking at these two numbers. We're not looking at this one. So that's going to be a total of 70. So 30 over 70, which is whatever that is, 37. That's going to be like 43%. And that's about it for that. So I'm hoping you guys understand that, and I don't want to go ahead and go into heavy detail on that. Let's see. Let's see these Venn diagram. Well, not Venn diagrams, but these kind of diagrams right here. It's a tree diagram. So let's see the chicken, beef, or fish, and then we have two desserts. Cherry and apple, something like that. And we have percentages attached to these. So this would like be 0.20, 0.80, 0.20, 0.80, 0.20, and then 0.80. And then for these ones, I'm just going to go ahead and give, alright, 30, 40, and let me see, those are 70, so another 30. Alright, so what's the probability of somebody ordering fish and then a cherry pie? Okay, well, that's easy to answer. You just take 0.30 and multiply that by 0.40, and that's going to give you 0.112, 12%. Alright, so that's it for that. That's the type of things you're going to be doing with that one. Let me see. UPC Codes. UPC Codes. Alright. There's 7. These are 12-digit numbers, like this right here. 7, 1, 8. Oh, I put 2. 7, 1, 8, 7, 5. 1. Always have dashes in these. 2, 9, 7, 6, 2-3. We need to validate it, see if it's a valid number. So I'm just going to write this up and down. 7, 1, 8, 7, 5, 1, 2, 9, 7, 6, 2, 3. So every odd one I'm going to multiply by 3. So I'm going to multiply that one by 3, this one by 3, this one also by 3, this one by 3, this one by 3, and then multiply this by 3. Then I add everything together. So let me see. So 7 times 3 plus 1 plus 8 times 3 plus 7 plus 5 times 3 plus 1 plus 2 times 3 plus 9 plus 7 times 3 plus 6 plus 2 times 3 plus 3. So this. So you get a number like 120. Well, the 120 means that if it ends in a 0, if last number is 0, then valid. So anything else would be invalid. So this right here, this one in particular, is valid number. So you go ahead and see that, do it, and then you got it. All right. Now we also have the FCI index. So if you remember that fan cost index, we have like a team, like the Rangers. And let's say the average ticket price. Average ticket price is like, oh, let's go ahead and say $15. And then soft drinks. Okay, let's go ahead and go with this number. $2. And right here we have the ounces for a 20-ounce drink. Other drinks, which is whatever, so that's $5. I'm just giving myself some whole numbers because it's easier. Hot dog, that would be like $3. Parking, $10. Program would be like $3. And a cap, finally, would be like, alright, I'm just making a number up here. So right here we have this. Only thing with this is that we have to read a little bit. So we'd have this passage right here. So let's say FCI prices include 4 tickets, 4 soft drinks, 2 adult drinks, 4 adult regular size hot dogs, parking for 1 car, 2 game programs, 2 least expensive adult size adjustable caps, and there we have. And so now, what I'm going to do this is the average ticket price is, they have 4 of them, so you're going to multiply that by 4. We have 4 soft drinks, 2 other drinks. We have 4 hot dogs. They got to eat 1 parking space. Let me see. What did they say for the programs? 2 programs and then 2 caps. And then we just multiply them all and just add them all together. So 4 times 15 plus 2 times 4 plus 2 times 5 plus 4 times 3 plus 10. Why multiply by 1? I don't know. 2 times 3, and then of course 2 times 10. So $126. And that's what you need to do for this particular test. And that's actually the end right there. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias. Y thank you.